मेरा एनटीएससी सिलेबस को देखकर पहला वीडियो देखा होगा, जिसे मैं पहले अपलोड कर चुका हूँ। और मैं एनटीएससी की सीरीज में ही मैं क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन को यहाँ पे डिस्कस कर रहा हूँ, जहाँ मैं सारे कॉन्सेप्ट को डिस्कस करूँगा जो हमारे क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन में है। और फिर ये वीडियो क्लास 10th के बच्चों के लिए भी हेल्पफुल होगा, क्योंकि क्लास 10th के बच्चे एनटीएससी की तैयारी कर रहे होते हैं, और जो नहीं भी कर रहे होते उन्हें भी ये चैप्टर बोर्ड्स के एग्जाम के लिए पढ़ना होता है। तो मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि आप इस वीडियो को देखेंगे और लाइक करेंगे, सब्सक्राइब करेंगे। मैं डिस्कस करने जा रहा हूँ सबसे छोटी चीज़, जिसे हम कहते हैं अलजेब्रिक आइडेंटिटी। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू शुड नो व्हाट इज द अलजेब्रिक आइडेंटिटीज। यू नो इन फ्रॉम क्लास 6 you know a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square, a square minus b square, a minus b whole cube. You know all the formula. Next thing is algebraic expression. Algebraic expression क्या है? Algebraic expression is a very important thing for algebra. Algebraic expression by which we can express a mathematical statement. And when we take variable and constant with fundamental operations, then we can express a mathematical statement. And this expression in the terms of variable and constant is known as algebraic expression. And it's a very important part of algebra. And then we know the polynomials. So there is a difference between algebraic identities and polynomial, but the student don't know what is the difference between them. The powers of the variable should be non-negative integers. If the power of variable is non-negative integers, then only we can say it is polynomial. So we can say every polynomial is algebraic identity, but every algebraic identity is not polynomial, because the power of variable should be non-negative integers. I think you know integers. Here I am going to discuss quadratic equations. You know polynomial is there are many types of polynomial according to number of terms and the power of the variable. If there is only one term, it is called monomial. If two terms, then it is called binomial. If the number of terms are 3, then it is trinomial. If more than 4 number of terms, then it is called polynomial. And but it is divided into as a basis on the power of x, that means power of variable. If it is only one power, the power of x is only 1, then it is linear polynomial. If the power of variable is 2, then it is called quadratic polynomial. If the power of x, that means variable, is 3, then it is called cubic polynomial. If the power of x is 4, then it is called biquadratic polynomial. So now I am going to discuss here how to solve the quadratic equation. In order to find out the zeros or the roots of polynomial, we write polynomial to x. That means we have to equate polynomial to 0. If suppose px is a polynomial and we have to find out the roots, so we will write px is equal to 0. Then we will get the value of x. The number of zeros depend on the highest power of x. I think you know the highest power of the variable is called a degree. So degree tells us how many number of zeros. If suppose degree is 3, the number of zeros are also 3. Clear? So in quadratic equation we know the highest power of variable is 2. That means the number of zeros are also 2. So the general equation of quadratic is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a should not be equal to 0. This is very important thing. A should not be equal to 0, because if a is equal to 0, then 0 into x square, this is minus, then we will get only bx plus c is equal to 0. If only bx plus c is equal to 0, then it is linear, not quadratic. Now we can say the highest power on the variable are 2. So the number of zeros are 2. So we can solve this algebraic quadratic equation by 3 ways. First is we can factorize it and we can solve the zeros. Second method is completing a square. It is very important method, completing a square. And next one is quadratic formula. We can prove the quadratic formula which is given by our Indian mathematician Sridharacharya. So factorization, suppose x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0 is given. So we can apply middle term split method and we can find out the value of x. We know the highest power of x is 2. That's why the number of zeros are 2 only. So we'll write it x plus 2 into x plus 3 is equal to 0. And when we equate it, we get x is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to minus 3. That means zeros are x is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to minus 3. This is a factorization method. This is very easy method. You people know. So the number of zeros, that means x is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to minus 3 will satisfy this quadratic equation. That's why x is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to minus 3 are called zeros of the polynomial. That means the value of x is equal to minus 2 make it 0. इसे 0 बना देगा, इसीलिए उसे हम zeros कहते हैं. क्योंकि यहाँ पर हाईएस्ट पावर 2 है इसलिए इसके 2 zeros हैं. अगर ये क्यूबिक पॉलिनोमियल को हम 0 के इक्वल करेंगे तो 3 वैल्यूज मिलेंगी हमें. वो हो सकता है कि रियल हो, इमेजिनरी हो, लेकिन 3 वैल्यू होंगी. अगर x to the power 7 is equal to 1 लिखा हुआ है तो ये इसका मतलब ये नहीं होता कि x is equal to सिर्फ 1 है. If x to the power 7 is 1, then there are 7 values of x. Only 1 is real. Rest 6 are imaginary. We can find it by the demand theorem, but it is in higher classes. Now, second method is completing a square method. This is first method, and now second method is completing a square. So x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0 is given. And how can we apply the completing a square method? Before using the completing a square method, we have to check the coefficient of x square. If the coefficient of x square is 1, then completing a square is very easy. Then we write, if suppose it is not 1, then we will take common. Suppose 2x square is written, we will take first of all 2 as a common. But now we can see the coefficient of x square is 1, so need not to take common. So, and after that very shortcut way, what is the coefficient of x? Which is 5. Write in rough copy and divide it by 2. What is the coefficient of x? Which is 5. Write in rough copy, divide it by 2. Then the squaring of this is 25 by 4. Add it and subtract it. Then you will get 5x plus 25 by 2 minus 25 by 4 plus 6 is equal to 0. Now we can write x square. 5x can be written as 2 into 5 by 2x plus 5 by 2 whole square plus 6 minus 25 by 4 is equal to 0. Now you can see here, it is formula of a square plus b square plus 2ab. It is a formula of a plus b whole square. That means x plus 5 by 2 whole square is equal to, we will write it 25 by 4 minus 6. When we write in RHS side, then it is x plus 5 by 2 whole square is equal to 25 minus 24 by 4. So the value of x plus 5 by 2 whole square is equal to, it is 1 by 4. Now we'll take square root, then it is equal to x plus 5 by 2 is equal to plus minus 1 by 2. यहाँ भी स्टूडेंट बहुत गलती करते हैं. यहाँ स्टूडेंट यहाँ पर सबसे ज़्यादा गलती यहाँ पर होती है. हम देखते हैं कॉपियों में कि x प्लस 5 by 2 स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 1 by 4 लिखा है और स्टूडेंट यहाँ गलती करते हैं, यहाँ लिखते हैं सिर्फ प्लस 1 by 2 और ये बहुत बड़ी गलती हो जाती है आगे जाके. इस बात का ध्यान रखें, यहाँ पावर 2 है तो यहाँ पे 2 वैल्यू आएंगी. ठीक है, अब यहाँ क्या होगा? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल विल टेक प्लस वैल्यू, पॉजिटिव वैल्यू, देन x प्लस 5 by 2 इज इक्वल टू 1 by 2, देन इट इज इक्वल टू x इज इक्वल टू -2. Next, x plus 5 by 2 is equal to minus 1 by 2. When we solve it, we will get x is equal to -3. Now, same question I will solve by quadratic formula. Question is x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So first of all, we will compare it by ax square, bx plus c is equal to 0. The value of a is 1, the value of b is 5, the value of c is 6. We have formula x is equal to minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is a formula. This is quadratic formula and this formula is given by Indian mathematician Sridharacharya. Now we'll put the value of a, b, c. So x is equal to minus 5 plus minus root 5 square minus 4 into 1 into c by 6 and 2 into a. So it is equal to minus 5 plus minus square of 5 is 25 minus 24 divided by 2. So we'll write x is equal to minus 5 plus minus 1 by 2. So when we take plus sign, so it is x is equal to minus 5 plus 1 by 2. So it is minus 2. Then we take negative value, then x is equal to minus 5 minus 1 by 2. So it is minus 3. These are two roots and these are two zeros of the given quadratic equation. And now I will prove this quadratic formula. Now the proof of quadratic formula. So what is the proof? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is a general equation of quadratic. In order to prove the quadratic formula, we have to use completing square method. I told you before. First of all, we will see the coefficient of x square. The coefficient of x square should be 1. But now you can see the coefficient of x square is not 1. It is a. So first of all, we will take common a. When we take common a, now it is x square plus b by ax plus c by a is equal to 0. The product of them is equal to 0, either a0 or x square plus b by a into x plus c by a is equal to 0. But we know in the quadratic equation a should not be equal to 0. If a is not equal to 0 and although the product of them is equal to 0, it's clear x square plus b by a x plus c by a is equal to 0. Now we will make completing square. So what is the coefficient of x, which is b by a divided by 2. So it is b by 2 square of this b square by 4a square. Add it and subtract it. So x square plus b by ax plus b square by 4a square minus b square by 4a square plus c by a is equal to 0. Now by a plus b whole square, we can write it x plus b by 2a whole square is equal to b square by 4a square minus c by a. So x plus b by 2a whole square is equal to, we can write it b square minus 4ac by 4a square. When we take LCM, 4a square and a, it is 4a square, and when we solve it, it is b square minus 4ac by 4a square. Now we'll write x plus b by 2a is equal to plus minus in square root b square minus 4ac by 2a. Now we can write x is equal to minus b by 2a plus minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. So we write x is equal to minus b by 2a plus minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is a formula, quadratic formula, which is given by our Indian mathematician Dhiracharya. One more important thing, you know, if x is written, root x is written, if x is less than 0, then root x is not real. Clear? And now if root x is written, if x is more than or equal to 0, then root x is real. Similarly, the value of x depend on the value of this root b square minus 4ac, because we know that b and a both are real. But what is the value of b square minus 4ac? If the value of b square minus 4ac is negative, then it becomes imaginary. If the value of b square minus 4ac is equal to 0 or more than 0, then it is real. So that's why it is known as discriminant. They differ the nature of roots. That's why we say it discriminant, and it is denoted by D. which is equal to b square minus 4ac. Now I will discuss how to find the sum of roots, product of roots, and what are the nature of roots. Now how to find sum of roots and product of roots. You know now x is equal to minus b plus minus root b by 2a by quadratic formula. If we take alpha as positive value, that means minus b plus root b by 2a. We can also write it root d minus b by 2a. And beta is equal to minus root d by 2a, which is equal to minus root d plus b by 2a. This is the value of alpha and this is the value of beta. So first of all, we will find a sum of roots. Alpha plus beta is equal to, the value of alpha is root d minus b by 2a plus b is root d plus b by 2a, and when we take LCM, it is 2a root d minus b minus root d minus b. So root d cancel. So it is minus 2b by 2a. That's why it is minus b by a. You know this formula, alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, where b is the coefficient of x and a is the coefficient of x square in quadratic equation. You know, if we perform product of the roots, then we write root d minus b by 2a into minus root b plus b by 2a. It is equal to minus a minus b, a plus b, a square minus b square, that means d minus b square by 4a square, and we will also write it b square minus d by 4a square. You all people know the value of d is b square minus 4ac. That's why the value of b square minus d is 4ac, which is equal to b square minus d is equal to 4ac. So 4 cancel out, a cancel out, it is c by a. Now you know how can we find the product of the roots. This is very important. Generally students know the formula only. How can we prove? They don't know. So the product of roots are c by a, and alpha plus beta is, that means sum of roots is minus b by a. If we know the sum of roots and product of roots, how can we write the quadratic equation? You know, I think x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. But what is the provement of this formula? We know that ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. We can take common a, then it becomes x square plus b by a x plus c by a is equal to 0. And now we can write this b by a can be written as minus b minus a into x plus c by a is equal to 0. You know, x square minus, this is the value of alpha plus beta into x. You know, alpha plus beta, that means sum of the roots, and plus alpha beta is equal to 0. We can also write it a into x square minus alpha x plus, minus beta x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. So a into, when we take common, it is x minus alpha and x minus beta is equal to 0. That's why generally we write ax square plus bx plus c is equal to a x minus alpha into x minus beta. Clear? Where alpha beta are the roots of the given quadratic equation and a is a real number. Now I have to discuss what is the nature of roots. Nature of roots is also very important topic for class 10th as well as NTST examination. You know, x is equal to minus b plus minus root d by 2a is written, where the value of d is b square minus 4ac. You know, the value of x is real or imaginary, it's totally depend on the value of d. if the value of t is negative, then the value of x is imaginary. If d is more than 0, then the value of x is real. So I am going to discuss here. First of all, when the value of d is more than 0, then roots are real and different. One more important thing, if d is perfect square, if d is perfect square, then roots are rational. I think you know rational number, a number which can be expressed in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0. And if d is not perfect square, then roots are irrational. This is very important concept. Second case, if the value of d is equal to 0, roots are real and equal. You can see here, if you put the value of d 0 here, you will get minus b plus minus 0 by 2a. So minus b by 2a, same answer you will get. That's why I have written here roots are real and equal. Next, third one is very important. If the value of d is less than 0, then roots are not real, means imaginary. Roots are imaginary. This is the nature of roots. This is very important topic of class 10th as well as NTX examination.